what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General YAHANNA. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top when we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change, and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping, man, hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapping together. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves. Shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that U.P.K, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal is hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I'd give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me. I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit. I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits. I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
Let's clap it up, clap it up, let's clap it up. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathum to my brothers out there. Yahweh Shamar Alathun by Hashem Yahshua to my sisters. This is the I.S.U.P.K Milwaukee Captain's Class. I am Officer 5,000 Zaquan. I'm just taking over for Captain of 10,000 Debarmouth. But for you people out there that don't know, we are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. All right, that's our pedigree. If it ain't under Commander General YAHANNA, then guess what? You are not in the truth. You are considered a Christian school. That's what we consider you as, a Christian school. All right. So we over here, of course, a lot of, how can I say this? We look in the media today, we see a lot of things going on. A lot of things. You got things going on with Donald Trump, that devil. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Lord for Donald Trump. You know why? Because Donald Trump is going to probably be the man that'll lead us into the Third World War. He's the only man that's stupid enough, you know what I'm saying, to bring this Bible to fruition. And it's only by the hands of the Most High God. Only by the hands of the Lord. Like, imagine being the president, imagine being the worst president like him and he get voted in twice. Well, that goes to show you about the people that serve him. The other people that serve him, which is white people, they lousy too. Shit, what can I say? This man said on national TV, he told females to grab him by the vagina. Grab him by the vagina. This is your president of the United States. This is also the man that incited the insurrection of what? January 6th? Come on, man. And he has, what, 34 felonies, confirmed felonies? And he's your president of the United States. What that goes to show you? That goes to show you that, first of all, our oppressor don't have no morals. You understand? We understand that America was founded by criminals. This is a land of criminals. This is where you can get away scot-free with anything. As long as you got the right lawyer, as long as you got the right people in your corner, you can get away with virtually anything. Who's going to stop him? Who's going to stop Donald Trump besides the Lord? But who's going to stop him? He's over there teaming up with Israel, and they right now about to bang it out with Iran. They're about to bang it out with Iran, but then guess what? Israel is flaking. Israel don't want to sacrifice no more soldiers over there. They said, go ahead and y'all put boots on the ground. And guess what? He might do it. Well, he's doing it now. But what the scriptures say? The scriptures say that all must be fulfilled. Everything is happening. In fact, let's get that scripture real fast, so if I could. It says, Slack, I'm paraphrasing. It says, be not, oh man, Slack, it's on the tip of my tongue. Basically, like, be not scared of the times. If you could. A lot of us is watching the times. This is what you have to do. If you're Black, Latino, or Native out there, please what you need to do is get in contact with any I.S.U.P.K school near you. Keep a watch on the signs of the times. The prophecies that's in the Bible is coming to fruition. It's coming true. It's coming alive. People think the Bible is a dead book. The Bible ain't a dead book. The Bible is a book about prophecies. It's about life and hell. It's about death as well. You got the scriptures? Let's go ahead and read.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6.
Hold on, let me get that with you real fast. Go ahead. Let's start at verse 5 if you could. So like,
Turn to one con. So the book of
no, start at verse 4.
Turn to one con. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahweh answered and said unto them,
right?
Take heed that no man deceive you.
It says, take heed that no man deceive you. Keep going. Deceive you. Keep going.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Saying, I am who?
Saying, I am Christ.
Did Donald Trump put a picture of himself as portraying himself as Jesus Christ? As a savior? A savior from who? Who exactly? What did Donald Trump save anybody from? Last time I looked at America, the stats in America, America is going down. The gas prices is damn near $6. Gas prices is $6. And then y'all have to go and take the oil from what, Venezuela? The cargo shipment from Venezuela? Come on. Like, who exactly is Donald Trump saving? Last thing I heard, Donald Trump, right now, he's the most hated individual right now in America. It says now all the Make America Great Again fans, where they at? I haven't even seen a little red hat in a while. I'm gonna tell you why. They're ashamed. They're ashamed because yet again, white people make another bad decision. They make another bad decision, and guess what? Now they suffer for it. Don't complain now. This is the America that you want. You want a man to be in office that said, grab him by the vagina. And guess what? He's grabbing America by the vagina. You ready, sir? He's grabbing America by the vagina. You gotta, first of all, you gotta, this is the bed that you made, white people. If you were smart enough, you would be listening to the priests and prophets in the I.S.U.P.K. You'll be listening to what Commander General YAHANNA is trying to tell you. If you want to fix your country, but guess what? It's going down because the Lord wanted to go down. Keep going.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Well, I said, there's no more rumors of wars no more. We actually, America's in one. We got this one with Iran. This is what our King Yahweh said thousands of years ago. He said you'll hear of rumors of wars and of wars. Yeah, this is the final battle. This is the final fight. We almost there. Keep going.
See that ye be not troubled.
Don't be worried about it. Don't trouble yourself. Stop being scared, you know what I'm saying, of what's happening right now in these times. First of all, our King said, you know what I'm saying, these things must, like I said before, these things must be fulfilled. The prophecies in the Bible gotta happen. It will happen. But if you're Black, Latino, Native, you shouldn't worry about this. You know why? Because this is your salvation happening. You're about to watch our King come crack them skies and come rescue you out of the captivity that you're in. But you got to be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. You can't forget about that. Our King is not coming back for weed heads. He's not coming back for sisters that didn't change their life off of that stripper pole. or on them OnlyFans. Got to change your life. That's the requirement. In order to be saved, you must, absolutely must change your life. All right, keep going. It says, Slack, it says, see that ye be not troubled. For those of you that have changed your life, endure unto the end. Endure unto the end. Scriptures say those who endure, I'm paraphrasing, those who endure to the end shall be saved. All you got to do is just maintain. What did Captain Marquardt say? He said, hold your post. That's exactly what we're doing. We're holding our post. You have to hold your post as well. Keep going.
For all these things must come to pass.
For these things, what?
Must come to pass.
Why trouble yourself over something that has to happen, that must happen? You can't be living your life worried about tomorrow. You can't be living your life worried about 2 or 3 weeks from now. How about do what you can today? Change your life today. If you hear my words, change your life today. Stop smoking weed today. How about you shut down that OnlyFans account today? Because who knows, Christ might come back tomorrow. He might come back tomorrow. It might be too late for you. A lot of things. Look, this is kind of what I dislike. I dislike. I used to be the one. I used to be that one too. People that, when I say procrastinate, you like, I'm gonna stop. I know I need to stop smoking, but I stop smoking more. I'll quit soon. That might not be as soon. Stop today. If you need help, look, we got counseling, we got classes, we got everything that you need in here to change your life. You gotta utilize the service. You don't have to pay or use your insurance to pay for this. All this is already paid. We have free classes, free counseling. Only for Blacks, Latinos, and Natives. If you're not taking advantage of that, I don't know what's going on. Like, the help is here. The help is here. We're out here. If you're in Milwaukee right now, you need to come to 4221 West North Avenue. That's what you need to come to. We got classes right now. We got counseling. You can get counseling right now. You just got to take the steps to come into these classes. I know it's hard. But guess what? Changing your life. Once you change your life, you'll feel better about yourself. All right? Keep going.
Con to one con. For all these things must come to pass.
My what?
For all these things must come to pass.
Must come to pass. These things must come to pass. Like I said, why try to fight what you can't change? These things must come to pass. I mean, why fight it? Especially if you're Black, Latino, Native. You might as well just get down with the program. Let me tell you something what the Christian church like to teach. They like to teach about freedom. They like to teach about, doing what you want to do. Well, let me tell you something. In the Bible, there's no freedom. It's only you. You got 2 choices: live or be unalive. Either you'll obey what our Lord God is telling you or not. That's the only 2 choices you have. Give me that scripture where it says, I'm paraphrasing, like I said before you, life and death. Choose life. Let me get that. The Lord made it super easy for you, man. And then also give me Salaki. Once you get that, let me get that keeping these laws, they're not grievous. Let me see. I think.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15.
Hold on, let me get that with you real fast. 30 verse 15.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, I don't think that was it.
Not this one.
Go ahead and read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15. See that I have set before thee this day life and good.
Oh, Shalaki. Go to 19. Deuteronomy 30 and 19. Shalaki. That's it.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
Right.
That I have set before you life and death.
What?
I have set before you life and death.
That's the only two choices that we have. Life and death. All right? It's either you're down with the program or not. Either way, those are the only choices you have. All this freedom, I'm going to tell you where you get that from. You get that from the oppressor. The oppressor teaches you freedom to live your life. You only have one life, YOLO. You only live once. And guess what? How you live, depending on how you live that life, is really depend on the consequences you'll receive. Go ahead.
Blessing and cursing.
What?
Blessing and cursing.
Blessing or curses. If you keep the laws, statutes, commandments, guess what? You'll be blessed. And if you don't, well, guess what? You're going to be cursed. And that's just what it is. Blessing or a curse. Hey, what's going on with the brothers? Hey, Shalom. Let's go ahead and read. Let's go ahead and read real fast. If you could look up, could you pick up on a muggle bar? We had verse 19, 30, Deuteronomy 30 and 19.
Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
That you said that what?
Choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Shit, if you want to go, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You know, you gotta close that door right there. All right. So it says that I set before you life and death. That's the only two choices that we have. You got one or two options, life or death. It says blessing and curse and cursing. Therefore, choose life. This is what the Lord wants you to choose life. He wants you to choose life. It says that both thou and thy seed may live. All right, I passed the class to Priest and Captain Barma. The chair.
If you still passing that bag right there too as well. Come on, Priest. You feel it? Wow. Damn. Let's get it. You can sit it down there if you want. Can you give me that brown bag right there? Focus up. Y'all know what's been happening in the world. America struck Iran again. An hour after they was talking about some type of deal, I guess it didn't happen. What else happened? It also says that it's gonna take years for them to get their military, get their strike force back up after all of the ammunitions that they used while fighting Iran. Yeah, we're gonna have to replenish those stockpiles at the bequest of your dollars. Yeah, no tax money coming from that. Gas at an all-time high. What else? Mortgages, all-time high. Renting, all-time high. Leasing, all-time high. You're being taxed out the wazoo. Still getting your money sent to the Israelis every year. The world still don't give a damn about black people. I got a story that's gonna show you that, where sheriff is running over teens. You understand? 16-year-old was found unalive in the woods. 3 assailants to that, guarantee you. Go ahead.
I also have one before a teacher in Florida got fired after hanging a black baby doll by the neck in front of her students.
Yeah, we'll go to that too. Let her tell it. It's just comedy, like like the Kevin Hart roast. Just comedy. Trying to teach them a lesson. What lesson you trying to teach our kids?
So like I said, if I could, so I don't know what's the white baby.
Right. Hang the white baby.
If you trying to teach, you understand? Use the white baby.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? The white man is the devil, brother, inherently. Inherently. First of all, this Israelite school of UPK, I know you gave the announcements, but you know this is my thing. Israelite school of UPK under Commander General YAHANNA started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with any other groups on the planet. Now, we might work in conjunction with certain groups to feed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We don't have a problem with that. But when it comes to what they teach, what they believe in, and how they live, we don't affiliate with that. I'm gonna need that back too, brother. Don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying, run away with that. I'll just play. But nah, yeah, the world as we know it, it's crumbling. Like ZQ was saying, wars, rumors of wars. You're seeing it. It's happening everywhere. You're seeing the earth, the weather in the earth. That's different. I mean, what more can the Lord show you that that you need to see? If you don't think that the Bible is real, you don't have to. All you got to do nowadays is just turn on the TV screen. You look at the tube and you'll see, even if you don't believe in the Bible, you know it's coming to an end. You understand? They're talking about aliens. They're releasing all these alien files. They got you looking up. Me and the Mongol Ball was headed to Detroit. I promise you, I seen the orb in the sky. I'm a man of the Lord. I'm telling you straight up, I saw it. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't none of that. It was an orb. Now, do I believe it's a gray alien on it? No. I don't believe it's a gray alien on that. Help that brother with his headpiece, please. Somebody. You know what I mean? But, you know, gray aliens, green ogres like Shrek, you know, only a child will believe this kind of stuff. So let's just get to it. Let's get the stories going. Who got the stories? Wait, before we get to that, you was breaking down something. Somebody asked a question?
No, lots.
All right, no sweat. We got questions in the room. I'll take them right now. Questions online, I'll take those right now. If we don't, let's just get to these topics. Any questions in the room? All right. Any questions online? All right, come. No sweat. CQ, you gotta relax, man. You ain't Shamar no more, man. I know it. All right, so let's get the first story if we could. And I still, you know what I'm saying, I want to be able to get these stories out on these televisions too, man, so the people in the class can see these. If there's any way we could do that, let's see if we can run it like that too. All right, no sweat. Excellent. All right, but I still want our viewing audiences to be able to see. In the future, we got that coming, all right? What we talking about right now?
Thank you, sir. It's a new story. Came out about May 3rd. It says Florida man hunted down a black FedEx driver, shot him 7 times and waited 20 minutes to call 911. and then try to claim stand your ground.
You see his face? That's what all the villains on TV look like. Dexter. Give me some more, y'all. Yeah, even on the kid cartoons, that looked like Sid from Toy Story. What else? Ted Bundy. Oh my goodness, definitely Dahmerism. Mm-hmm. They all looking like that. George Washington. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln.
United States military.
Nazi posse comitatus. You understand? So yeah, with that being said, let's talk about this, man. Let's read this. Is there an article that comes with this or anything? Please.
Authorities say a road rage incident took a deadly turn after a Florida driver followed a FedEx driver to a distribution center and unalived him in front of his girlfriend.
Did it say over what?
Like,
Why?
like it says,
Road rage, huh?
kind of one concept.
Well, give me Zechariah 11:5. Give me that. Because here's now when we say the white man is the devil, the word devil just means deceiver. Somebody who's gonna lie upon lies upon lies. This man had 20 minutes to fabricate a lie about what the hell what happened at a. Do we not? I don't know. Do white people forget that there's cameras? I think they forget. I think all white people think that they're immune to what happens on the camera because they see police get away with crimes, heinous, horrific crimes that happen on film all over America. But the police, they have buffers between them, like litigation, you understand, and legislation and Congress and all this other stuff. Hell, the president of the United States, that's what I want to talk about too. January 5th rioters did that seditious act on the Capitol, and Donald Trump is trying to bail them out, which shows you that Donald Trump is the one who, man, listen, what are we talking about? Who you think sent them? They all support Donald Trump. Donald Trump pardoned them, sent them, and now he's trying to pay him what he owed him. Go ahead, sis.
There's a video circulating of this white man. He's like at a beach club or something, and he's like, "Call Donald Trump, get Donald Trump on the phone." And then he slaps the hell out of some woman, like he walking around with his pants half done, and talking about, "Get Donald Trump on the line." Slap some lady like hard.
Donald Trump is the bailout for white supremacy. He's the bailout for white supremacists. What we doing here, though, we zip tie white supremacists. That's what we do. We zip tie you, subdue you. See, we don't suffer from, you know what I'm saying, a slave mentality, Ezekiel. Brothers in here, we'll get busy and we'll get active to protect the real rights of a man with natural rights. We got natural rights to defend ourselves. You see what I'm saying? The biggest drug dealers, the known killers out here, they all love white people. And if you start talking to them about why they don't love white people, why they shouldn't love white people, they'll be ready to unalive you. All right. Read that scripture that you got for me, please.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Whose possessions slay them.
Yeah, the people who possess you in America. Let me ask you a question. Black people, y'all think y'all free? Hispanic people, y'all think y'all free? Native Indians, no, they're not free. But do blacks and Hispanics think that they're free in America? That's what I want to know. Do we really think that we're free? What makes us free? Is it because we don't have shackles on, a yoke around our face with spikes sticking out of them? Because we don't have shackles on our feet? Because we don't live in cabins anymore? We live in projects? You understand? I'm going to tell you right now. if we were free in America, then why is it that we go to these jobs, we work them 9 to 5, 5 to 9. You're the first fired, last hired.
Right.
You have no security in America, period. Being a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man.
Right.
Why is it that you have to work sun up to sundown? You can barely raise your children. Other people raise your children at school who control your curriculum. You understand? You pay taxes. I'm sorry, you don't pay taxes. They take your taxes. So you're not even free to say what you want to do with your taxes. They take your taxes just like Rome did. This is not freedom. This is slavery 4.0. It's all it. Please. You understand? Thought you said something, Lacombe.
No, that's South Dakota in the class.
All right, no sweat. No side Christ. So what we got to do is put your phone on mute, Baba Kasha. What we got to do is we got to really understand what we're doing here in America. We was just having a conversation last night, I'm correct, about all the things that we do not own in America. Here we are, we driving Uber as slaves. There's somebody on the beach right now, probably on a yacht, I don't know, somewhere, probably in outer space, somewhere kicking it with Elon Musk, who owns Uber. You see what I'm saying? He owns Uber, and here you go. Good night. How much is does Uber pay for your insurance yet? So when you put wear and tear in your vehicle, do they pay? They pay for your axles, struts, springs, brakes, even rotors, tires, nothing, hubs, nothing. Yeah, figured that. You know why? Because they really want you to not use your own vehicle and then get a vehicle through them, right? Yeah, anybody ever drove a vehicle that I know you have, CQ, from Uber that belongs to them? How much of that money you seeing? You can make $1,000 a day. How much of that you seeing?
Depending on who you go to, because I think Uber really do that. I was out for Lyft, which damn near almost the same company. So Lyft is, they charge you $340 a week. And then before you even see any money, you got to pay them all first. So you got to pay off that $340. They got to get theirs first before you even start making theirs. So listen, you need gas and all that. Like, damn, you won't be hurting. You got to go out there. They make you go out there and go get it. Otherwise, they turn that comment again.
300. You said $350 a week.
About $340, $350 a week.
$350 a week. What is 350 times 4?
About 15.
Yeah, that's what they want a month. Salaki, raise your hand if you could, sis. Raise your hand. Go ahead.
Then they charge for mileage too after a certain amount of miles.
So those are like your free miles on the car. Every mile must be accounted for. Every mile got to be accounted for, and they need to make sure that now with those cars, with those vehicles, do they pay for that, or does that come out of your check? Like what you paying the Uber for the vehicle, is there insurance involved with that?
Yeah, so you have to get their insurance.
Okay.
Which they tax that too.
I bet. And so it's all included in the $350 though. Okay. So they want $15 a month. How you know what you could be driving for $15 a month? That's rent. That's rent on a for here. I don't know how it is everywhere else. I just looked at a crib right now and just put the application for a 5-bedroom, two bathrooms for $1,500 a week. I mean a month. That's a month. You mean tell me they want rent four times over? That's what they want. They want rent 4 times over. That's a waste of your money. Now, let's say you make in a week, it could be slow, right? In a week, it's slow. You make in that 1 week $550. You only taking home what, $250? No, sorry, gas. They don't cover gas. that you can't live off of $200 a week, man. So people be like, man, won't you just drive Uber? No, Uber is a slavery. Absolutely a slavery. Give me another what people call jobs here in America. That's absolutely, I'm sorry. No, thank you. Absolutely slavery out here. I tell you what.
City worker.
Yeah. City workers. Think about that. All of these things are slavery, bro. You barely getting by. America is a capitalist place. Just like Rome was built off capitalism. All of these things are built off capitalism, but then America will turn around and say that they're not capitalists. They're not a fascist nation. They're not all, but they absolutely are Nazi Germany all over again. Oppress the poor population, bleed them dry, make it to where they can't raise their children, so you could produce every generation you could produce unfree people who think like slaves. Oh yeah.
And it's like, so what you said was presented, you know, like companies like Uber and Lyft, DoorDash and whatnot, they that's their whole motto is freedom. You got the freedom to do, you know, to you make your own hours, you make your own schedule. But at the end of the day, if you're not out there driving, you ain't making no money. You know, you're not making no money. On top of that, these billionaires and millionaires, the first thing they tell you is, in order to become a millionaire or billionaire, you got to stop trading your time for money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like companies like I just said, DoorDash and Lyft, they keep you in that loop, in that trap where you think you're free because I ain't got to get up in the morning and exactly go to work, but I need to go out and go to work to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I'm still doing the hourly stuff, that 9 to 5. This back to slavery again.
Hey, this is you. Give them a hand. This is you in America. So when things like this happen to you and you think you're free, you're really not. Justice isn't even for you. Justice in America does not serve blacks and Hispanics at all. There is no justice.
Right.
If there was, then don't you know America pays reparations to Israel today, and America had no hand in what happened to them? Right. Or did they? I don't know. But according to history books, what did America do? It was Hitler, right? Hitler and Nazi Germany. That's what did what they had to do to the Jewish people. Why is America paying billions of dollars? That's a good question. Let me ask. How much money? Give me a second. Oh my God. Y'all ready for this? First of all, everybody knows that America does not run off of Dunkin', right? Everybody also knows that the money that the rich and elite have in America, they don't share that with anybody else, right? So when you have billionaires that make yearly off of one of their businesses, they making $2 billion a year off of one business. I'm watching a series right now called Landman. They digging all this oil up and doing all this. You know how much money they making off this oil out? You watch that, you'll understand why America will never let this crude oil business go. They're not doing it. It's not happening. Christ got to come back before that happens. You understand? It's not happening. They make so much money, they filthy rich. And then the people that you saw that were filthy rich there's another cat that comes. He's even more filthier rich. These cats take this money, put them in LLCs, hide them in trusts, sending them over here to this fund, that fund, this fund. You ain't ever gonna catch this money that they got. and they keep it to themselves, and then they look down on you and say, well, why don't you pull yourself up by the bootstraps? Huh? I did it. Why can't you do it? Because white privilege is a thing here in America.
Right.
You understand? The majority of first of all, the first millionaires in America were black people, black and Native Indian and Hispanic people. Then they it's like they went to a think tank and said, okay, so the world cannot see us doing all this KKK lynching and stuff like this. We have to oppress them with the pen. And that's exactly what they did. They wrote you out of America. Donald Trump right now has written you out of America. Right now. What do you think? The Memorial Day. We just had Memorial Day, right? He removed all the memorials in Washington, D.C. for all black people that contributed to the great, I'm talking about contributed their lives. What greater love can you give than your life for something? Black people loved America so much when America did not do anything to earn our love.
That's right.
And we went because we wanted to show white people that we are human too, that we deserve to have rights too. So we went and fought in all of their wars ever since the war, the Revolutionary War. Ever since the what's the Confederate War, all that, the Civil War, yeah. From the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, Vietnam War, Desert Storm, all of that, World War II, World War III, World War I. We was in every single war here in America. Donald Trump wiped that out. Now, when you read the history books 50 years from now, if Christ hadn't come back yet, you understand, you will not see black people in his textbooks. You should, like, just think about that. Think about that. That's what's happening to you. They wrote you out of history. Here's what they're saying. After they did all of that to you, they still don't charge themselves guilty. After they did all of this to you, they still say it ain't our fault. They sitting on cotton money. What do you think financed all of them oil rigs? Confederate soldiers' biggest commodity was what? Who knows? What was the Civil War fought over? Was it fought over cotton? Was it fought over sugar cane? Was it shot over corn? Were they doing this over corn?
No, sir.
How about land? Gas?
No, sir.
What was it about? Who knows? Raise your hand. Go ahead.
It was about black people.
Black people. Slaves. The number one cash crop that America had was slaves. Black slaves. You understand? Native Indian slaves. Because there was a lot of them Native Indians that were slaves right along with black people. And you thought that they was black people because a large population of the Native American Indians looked just like black people. You understand? They divided you by skin tone and hair texture. And then put the ones that look more fairer skin in boarding camps and boarding schools and reservations. And then put the ones that look just like you Negroes that came from the ship, put them in. I could prove this. You understand? Listen, this is not hard to prove. This is easy to prove. I can show you articles that said the 5 civilized nations of Native American Indians, what they looked like. They were dark-skinned, woolly-haired, or they called them copper-skinned, but on these, they call them black, Negroids. These is the Choctaw, Chickasaw, give me more, the Alabama Indians, all of them. I'm talking about all of them cats that was living in Georgia and Washington, Louisiana, the Seminole Indians, they was concentrated. These were the ones that didn't want to go into slavery. And then they called them the 5 civilized tribes. Because they were more civil than you devils. You understand? So when you're looking at it, you're looking at people who took your culture, wiped it out of you, told you pull yourself up out of bootstraps, and then write laws that say that, make it hard against you. right now in America, here's still a good thing in America. I just like to point out this racism before I get this scripture and these numbers. Right now in America, if I was let's say I have a beautiful home, paid for, landscaped, everything new, refurbished. I'm talking about just built it 5-10 years ago. 8 rooms, 7 bathrooms, 6-car garage. You know what I'm saying? Outside, I'm talking about 3-story, basement, attic, everything. Big backyard, beautiful fencing, lawn, pool in the backyard, jacuzzi, grill area, you know, everything you can think of. And then I go get that house appraised, but I got Black Jesus on the wall. And I got African stuff everywhere, dashikis, and you know how Black people think they're Africans, right? Egyptian stuff everywhere. Pictures of Black people, families. They see that house could be worth $2 million. $2 million upwards to $4 million. You know what they're gonna tell you your house is worth? Way less, way considerably less. You take that same property, get someone else to appraise it, remove all African stuff out of it, remove your family pictures out of it, put lily white people on there, and then have that house appraised. You're getting $5 million for that house. I'm not making this up. What they call it, redlining? They're doing it. This is a fact. Studies have been, I'm talking about real journalists have went and showed on news channels, 60 Minutes, everything. This happens today for you. Brother, you're slaves. Just want to tell you, you're slaves. America still, they don't care how much white people say they love you. I love you so much. My daughter-in-law is Black. My best friend's Black. We go play pool all the time. I know. He sits at my table and eat all the time. I know. According to recent studies, Washington has provided an estimated $21.7 billion in military assistance to Israel over the past 2 years. About $17.9 billion during the first year of fighting, and roughly $3.8 billion in the following months. Now, that's just military, right? Now watch what I say this. Now, Holocaust reparations. 100 to date, the United States has provided Israel $174 billion in bilateral assistance and missile defense funding. Man, they ain't even talking about the but where do you think this money comes from? Where do these budgets come from? Who knows? Go ahead. Taxes. Who works in America? Who pays the most taxes in America? Go ahead. That's the point. If you understood taxes, then you'll understand that white people found a loophole on how not to pay taxes. They're not paying taxes. Why do you think white people who stupid get caught with tax evasion? And Black people who think that they white get caught with tax evasion. But the rich people, they getting bailed out. They getting bailed out of all of that tax money, all of that. America is corrupt and it's not designed for us. Now, they do all these things to you. They even run you over with road rage. Look, you know, the poor white people. They don't understand how is it that Blacks and Hispanics are better than them at everything. And when they see you, they hate you. And all it takes is for one thing to happen. You cut them off in traffic and they follow you for how many miles out? Look, come. How long did he follow this brother and his wife? Got the truth going on. Talking about on TikTok, what the hell you got going on? The truth, nigga. What you got going on, young nigga? Smoking weed, having sex with women you don't know, treating how many times you treated yourself for syphilis. TikTok. Who on TikTok right now got syphilis? You. Talk about what am I talking about? I'm talking about the truth. The things that all you gangster ass niggas we talking about, gangster ass black men talking about what you do to another brother. I'll do this. Don't make me hit the button on you, the switch. Niggas is cowards. Because you don't got none of that energy for white people. None of it. They pour drugs and guns in your neighborhood, put you in a system of poverty, and took the women that you had from you that used to love you, took them from you through buck breaking. You know what I mean? They started essaying your women. Your children have been taken from your households. You forgave white people for every damn thing. Slavery, all the terrorism they did against us, the lynchings. You understand? All of the videos of, 10,000 hours of footage of black men and Hispanic men and women being unalived by police all over the world, all over America. Nothing really happens to them. You forgave them. First thing you do, you know what I'm saying, you go to your Christian church, Al Sharpton gonna come out and say a speech. Jesse Jackson, dead ass, he gonna come out and say a speech. And then before you know it, it's forgive everybody that does you wrong when nobody forgives you for nothing you've done to America. All you've done in America was what? Make it great. They want to treat you as if you didn't contribute everything that America. They writing you out of the books. Right. When you invented the telegram as a slave, you invented the steam engine as a slave. You invented the iron. Come on, everything you can think about, the commode. You built the damn train, the train cars. You built the railroad system. Damn, you made the spaceship, you made the first computers, the first cell phones, the first video games. Everything that makes America run, you built it. And then now, here you are, stupid enough to still love America. Dumb. Chinese people don't come over here loving America, stupid. Right. Chinese people come over here loving Chinese people. And they separate from America. Here you are, so stupid and childlike, you think voting is going to change your situation. You're dumb. You've invested in a lie, a gimmick, a facade. Because the Democrats and the Republicans are putting on a show to get your money. Haven't you learned that from the Christian church, stupid? You think that if you think black people won't get up in the church and hold on, wait, I got something for you. Oh, you'll get some truth. Oh, you'll get the spirit. Oh, you're saved. Everybody in the church acted. Boom, fall out, foaming at the mouth, run around the damn the church. It's a gimmick. You know it's a gimmick. Right. America is a gimmick. The American dream is just that, a dream. It's a gimmick. It's time to wake up, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. It's time to wake the hell up. Right. Because obviously America's dream is a nightmare for you. So what are we even talking about? Read. We get that Zechariah 11:5. All these things I'm talking about, people act like they don't have a clue what the hell going on. Be mad at me because I'm coming to you. Be mad at me because I got the balls to tell the truth to white people. Right. Meanwhile, you here doing all type of egregious things in the black community, and then the moment police pull up, woo, slave catcher, you run. You don't got none of that energy for Chicago PD, for Milwaukee PD, for San Francisco, LA PD, right. Texas, Houston PD, Miami PD. You don't got nothing for that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because your stupid ass didn't even really understand that since you was a kid, you've been watching Cops. Cops. They done programmed your dumb ass into being afraid of police. They'll lock you up in a cage, throw you away, tell you become a felon, then your life is thrown away. You're a felon. Now you can't get a job, you can't get nothing. None of that. You've been programmed by America. Every time you watch a movie, there's this good cop who always wins. You watch cops. Who's chasing who? White cops chasing black people, Hispanic people. There's a stupid, dumb hillbilly somewhere in there all the time. Because he poor too. Stupid, dumb. Don't know if he just shaved his face, put on a damn suit, and put some gel in his hair and comb it back. You can go to Wall Street and make way more money than you could ever think about making. Here you are, been programmed to think that you are worthless. There's no hope for you. You have no hope. So what does a people with no hope do? They self-destruct. Here you are, you forgot American history? In New York, in the 5 boroughs of New York, there were white gangs. You talking about gang. White culture is gang banging. The mafia is gang banging. You understand? Black people, you don't want to be like John, Peter, Paul, YAHANNA, Jesus Christ. You don't want to be like Zephaniah, Isaiah, David, Solomon, Gideon. You don't want to be like none of them. But you do want to be like John Gotti. Oh, I'm Yo Gotti. Yeah, you want to be like Gucci. Gucci was a homosexual. Here you go, call yourself Gucci man. You understand? This is where we come. I was just driving, thinking to myself, like, bro, all the things we're not ready for, that other races, they are prepared for, that, listen, again, Chinatown don't vote, man. Chinese people don't vote. There's no Chinese vote. Where the hell you see that at? Chinese people come here without voting and without loving America. They don't have to celebrate 4th of July. Go to Chinatown right now in a major metropolis on 4th of July. See what they're doing out there. Shopping. They don't give a damn about that. Shopping, making money, taking your money, feeding you cat, rat, dog, and bat. Octopus, squeal. What else? What else? Squid, I meant. What else? Eels, sharks, mussels. What's some little spiky things? Urchins, sea cucumbers. You're eating it all. You get the Wuhan flu. Mess around with them. Next thing you know, 4th of July come. You won't go to Chinatown and see this. God bless America. You're not going to see that. Yeah, Chinese people talking about my home, sweet home. Chinese people not from here. So while you popping firecrackers on 4th of July, they getting ready for theirs. Chinese Independence Day. Chinese New Year. While you celebrating the New Year's of America, they don't give a damn about that. They take them opportunities to sell you drugs, black man, Hispanic, Native American man. Oh, you thought that Big Meech was the best successful drug dealers in America. The best successful drug dealers in America are the ones you didn't even look at. Oh, them Chinese people, them Indian people, they the biggest drug dealers you can find. And I'm talking about East Indian people. Them Talibanis and all that. Why you think they over here? Them Russians? Y'all be watching. Anybody watch Rush Hour? Anybody? You ever heard the triads? I mean, what are we talking about? The Yakuza, they out here, man. They don't give a damn about America. All the money that they bleed from black people in America, they send it back to China, back to Japan, back to India. Stupid. All the money you get from being a slave in America, you know what you do? Give it to Gucci, Louis, Prada, Fendi. Who else? Come on, y'all. What's the new shit that they wearing? Oh, yeah, you're giving it to a Jordan, but Jordan's a white black man. Things like white people. You know what he doing with his money? Building private prisons. If you steal the Jordans, you're going to buy the Jordans. Anybody steal the Jordans, they're going to jail. Privatized prison. He get money every way. Not the Jordans. I'm talking about the Gucci's, the Fendi's. What else they out here getting? Balenciagas. You know what I'm saying? Just stupid stuff. Go ahead.
Tommy Hilfiger, there was a thing with him being.
Come on.
They still wear Tommy.
Come on, Tommy. Timberland. It's nothing we ain't doing. Our money. Think about back before civil rights. Let me take you back a time in history when Black Wall Street and other treasure Black cities in America like Chicago, Harlem, Rosewood, all of these places in America that Black people thrived on, some of them are now underwater because America never wants you to be able to see what you could have accomplished with just 30, 40 years of freedom with being left alone with segregation. Segregation is the best thing we can have. Obviously, any educated man can look back at how we were before desegregation and how we were after, during segregation and then after desegregation. We were better off as a people, as a race. The Black household was the #1 model for a family in America. You understand? Shortly after that, boom, you get Joe Jackson. Now they demonize Joe Jackson. They demonized Joe Jackson, turned him into a villain, but then they say Black men the deadbeat dad. So what was he? You see what I'm saying? Like, what do you can't win, you can't lose in America because your soul is American. Now, you're going to have to be wise enough to use your American citizenship to get what you need out of America and give it back to your own communities. You don't have to march to get East Indians and Arabs to stop selling weed in your neighborhoods, having sex with Black women in the corner stores, selling you overpriced gas. You don't have to march for that. All you have to do is exactly what they do to you, not shop with you. You could just bleed them dry. And let me tell you something. East Indian people own gas stations in the ghetto. But East Indians have their own neighborhoods and they don't get their gas from the ghetto. So if you stop getting your gas from what's the cat name from The Simpsons who had like the 7-Eleven? I know what I'm talking about, huh? Apu. Stop getting your gas from Apu. Apu's gonna have to leave the block. You go into a store, they overprice you. You can go straight to Sam's Club where they get all of their stuff from. You go straight to Sam's Club, see how much they buy what they getting from Sam's Club and put it in their convenience stores, and they inflate it ×2. They go buy a pack of Annihilators from Sam's Club for $1, man. You see it on the shelf in the stores, it's $3 a pack. Come on, man. You gotta wake up out of stupid. And then the people who did you like this. Now, here's what I want to know. I don't want you to be a victim. Even though we are victims of America, you don't have to be a victim. You understand? Your mentality don't have to be a scared victim who don't know how to fight back. When you got the biggest manual on how to fight back, just learning the laws alone will give you power over everything that's suppressing you in America. So much so that America would crumble. You understand? Before I get this scripture again, don't you know that there's a law against eating pork? So if the majority, let's say 80% of Black people stop eating pork within the next 6 months, whose pocket did you hurt? There's many industries that you don't even know that people sitting on real pork money. There's pork money out here. You understand that? Pig money. Because you can't do without pork. Pig money. People own slaughterhouses for porks all day. Hey, I'm talking about it's a muggle bar. Am I making this up? You just YouTube it right now. There's so many slaughterhouses and factories that make the bacon you love and the ham you love and the ham hocks and the the pig feet and the pig ears and snout and tongue, and all the chitlins that you love. And they making billions of dollars every day. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, in the Milwaukee area, we got 3 major processing plants of pork products. One of them in Cudahy, to where in a certain time of the day, like in the morning when they first start up, you're going to know you're in Cudahy because all you smell is ham.
That's it.
Throughout the entire city. And it's like that until like high noon.
It's crazy. You know, I drove 18 wheelers. I stopped doing that so I could be at home with my family. And it's good money. About $3,000 a week at a minimum. It's good money. My lowest paycheck was $3,000 a week. You see what I'm saying? But they send you to these factories. As soon as you get on these factories, all you smell is pork. And then when you got to load your trailer, you got to get your trailer. The trailer's already loaded. It's refrigerated. But you checking your stamps and make sure everything's good. And brother, all you smell is pork. And if you're a person like me who haven't eaten pork for 15, almost 16 years, brother, for you ready to throw up out. You can't breathe out there. Just smelling it hurts. It's bad. America is making big bucks off of this. And then the pork factories, they got so much money. You know what they do? They just go ahead and create their own trucking lines. So they're making more money to distribute their own pork. It's insane. Just pork alone is an industry that you would topple if you just kept the law that says that in Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7, that no swine you should eat, not even touch the carcass of the swine. If you just kept that law, man, you're breaking some billionaires' pockets. Shrimp, crab, lobster. Red Lobster going out of business. Yeah, sushi bars out of business. What else? The crab, the mukbangs and all that. Man, and then you're saving the animals from the devil. Our oppressors have, I'm talking, it's insane. You're looking at the ocean and why everything beats in itself. Nothing can survive in the ocean because, ironically, white people got one day for the earth. They call it Earth Day. And the problem with the earth is not the earth. It's not the ozone layer. You leave the ozone layer alone, you'll be cool. But you're putting so many pollutants out into the air for money, for greed, right? Then you're overfishing the ocean. You overcutting the trees. And you give the earth absolutely no rest. There's a period of time where you're supposed to not touch nothing. You're not supposed to cut a tree down. You're not supposed to pick a fruit. None of that. They don't even understand this. They have no clue. 7 years, you're supposed to touch nothing. Stupid, though. Dummies. Have no clue. The children rule over us, children. And we got the might to just keep the laws. Brother, if we kept the laws, don't you know the police would have no job in your neighborhood? The police would go out of business. There would be no police in your neighborhood because we keep the law. Only people that are govern our neighborhood would be us. No more, you don't have to march over Trayvon Martin anymore. You don't have to do that. Your schools will be different. Your education would be different. The number one education on the planet for a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man is first to know that God is a nigga. That's it. You read that Bible, you find out that God is a Black man. Straight up. If you ask white people all of that, they love God and they this and they that. If you ask white men, okay, no sweat. Sis, if I could prove that Jesus is Black, would you serve Jesus? Well, they're going to buck dance. Want to know why? Because no race wants to serve a God that don't look like them. That ain't their own people, that they didn't invent, that they didn't make up. Well, let me tell you something. We ain't have to make up the Most High. And then they want you to, let me tell you something else. They want you to forget about the Lord, which is why they coming with this gray alien bull crap all day, every day. Ain't no gray aliens. Wake up. Gray aliens is about as real as Shrek. It's not there. They want you to invest your spirit and your soul into this. And the Bible says, if you're not careful, even the very elect can be fooled. Give me this scripture right here first. Because we looking at this devil who unalived a man who followed him from FedEx. Then I just had a whole speech just off of that alone. We have so many talking points on why you should not invest your soul into America. Well, Black people, we've shown America that we can love them. When has America ever shown you that they can love you? And then let's talk about these other races. You think these other races don't know that you've been on crack for 50, 60 years? You think they don't know that you've been on heroin heroin for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. You think they don't know that? You think they don't understand the eugenics program? You think they don't know that? Hell, Hitler adopted the eugenics program from America based on what America was doing to us over here. You think they don't know? You think they don't know your poverty? You think they don't know that you beat down mentally from slavery? Who the hell coming to? There's a United Nations. Do white people not consider us a nation? Does the world not consider us a nation? Because no United Nations came over here and made war against America to save us. Them Jewish people died, and it was a tragedy. Hitler should have never done what he did to them. 6 million? Now, 6 million people to be unalived is a big thing. That's a lot of people to be unalived. What about 100 million? Just off the transatlantic slave trade alone. What about 100 million? Huh? If you go from 1619 to 2026, how many estimated black people have been wrongfully unalived under America's watch? Deliberately unalived under America's watch. How many? How many do you think? Go ahead. Please. Give me an upper million, lower million. Where we at? Close to $1 billion? Absolutely. If you calculate that, and that's just black people alone. I ain't even talking about the Hispanics or the Native Indians. You could barely find a Native Indian. Where the hell they at? Only thing you hear about a Native Indian is a Tomahawk jet. A Tomahawk helicopter, I meant. Apache helicopter, I meant. I mean, come on. Tomahawk cruise missiles. What else? Go ahead.
Washington Redskins.
Yeah, Washington Redskins. What else? Come on now. Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks. A football team. A basketball team. Come on now. All the things we done contributed to America. Read.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Whose what?
Possessors slay them.
Black people, Native Indians, I just want you to know, you're a possession of the people who run this nation. The people who run this nation possess the earth. They set the tone for the earth. You could think America's military might not be matching China's or might not be matching Russia. Don't nobody mess with America. Go ahead. Only people mess with America is Iran. Iran giving them a run for their money, it looked like, right? But if you believe this alien technology that they say they got, you better believe they got something that'll stop the whole thing. Just like that. They don't even have to go nuclear. You do something, just stop it, just like this. Because here's what you think. You think great aliens are in that. No, that's U.S. government property. Go ahead. Whose possessors slay them in the streets. What did they do to him? Oh, that's not all white people. It was a white man. I'm not all black people, but if I fit the description of a man who the police looking at, they're going to pull me over, stop and frisk, and check me for weapons, and run my background, run my name, run my information, check my tags, see if I got something that they could just take me to jail for. Anything. Got a warrant down in Mississippi? They look at us like we fugitives everywhere. Well, if I got to be my people, then you got to be your people. That's it. They slay us on a daily, brother. It ain't a story. You can't go down TikTok every day without seeing some type of injustice that white people are doing to black people. And Donald Trump has emboldened America. So now you're looking at this scripture and it's real. You're going to have more white men like Chud the Builder telling black men you chimping out, calling them the N-word blatantly in public. And he didn't just do that to black people. He called Mexican people the same thing. He calling them N-words too. Because here's what you don't think. Here's what you don't think white people know your history. You don't think white people know the truth about your history. They just surprised that you found out. out of all the drugs and whores and strip clubs and, you know, gangs. Now you found out all the miseducation that they gave you, misdirectional history that they gave you, pseudoscience and history that they gave you. The earth is 1 million years old. Are you out of your stupid mind? Come on, man. Only a child will believe that. Out of all of that, you still found the truth. Now, white people been in the mountains, brother, for how long? Since the 30s. Training for what they're getting ready to do now. Training. They go to the wars, they come back from Iraq, and then they police you and unalive you and get away with it. You understand? That's what they do. They went to Vietnam, came back, policed you, unalived you, get away with it. The officers that beat on Rodney King, I guarantee you they had prior military. The National Guard come to your neighborhood because you riding and you mad, you upset, they're gonna do what they need to do to you. Straight up. Without prejudice. They don't give a damn. Whatever it takes to keep a slave in line, that's exactly what they're gonna do to you. Even if they have to slay you. Well, America, our oppressors slay us. From the richest of them to the poorest of them will slay you. Read.
Whose possessed to slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
They call themselves what?
Not guilty.
Guess why? How could they call themselves not guilty? They call themselves not guilty because, first of all, they run the judicial system here. That's what it is. They run that here. So, of course, if all the judges in the Supreme Court who are controlled by, all these executive branches and legislative branches and judicial branches of the democratic system in America, then all of it got to be corrupt. And let me help you understand. Just because they give you a token black judge doesn't mean that you got a black judge. Right. You understand? It's called a token nigga for a reason. They're giving you a token. You understand? It's a token. But if you look at the people who run the Congress and, and run the judges and, all the people who really, really run something, those people are the same people who really ran slaves. And guess what? They don't call themselves guilty. In a court of law, George Zimmerman got off in the court of law, but he slayed Trayvon Martin. Go ahead.
I remember when George Floyd got unalived. I specifically spoke to the unalived who was inside this what Cap Cesario big on talking about 100 on Clubhouse was in a room and everybody was asking Derek Chauvin, and it's just the mindset of the so-called white man. Everybody was asking him just different questions. And, me being one Webster, I wanted to ask him a specific question just to prove a point to all of our people. Mm-hmm. So I didn't go, like, they brought me up because they saw my name at UPK. And so I asked him a specific question. I said, do you believe you're going to get off free in this case, in this trial? And his response was, what do you think? I'm a white man in America.
That's the Chud the Builder mentality. Absolutely. What do you think? I'm a white man in America. My people run the system. They run it. The Bible had it right. What the hell I need to look for? Go ahead.
Do they hold themselves not guilty? Is a lot of people hold them not guilty. That's the problem. That even though they hold themselves not guilty, we don't hold them guilty. So we continue to love them, and it continue to happen again and again and again.
Give them a hand. Well, he said it was heavy because if we charged our oppressors with all of the unaliving that they done to us, then we would absolutely disconnect from them and show them that they don't have our love anymore. They don't have our support. They don't have our fealty. You understand? They don't have our allegiance because we demand justice. If we was to demand justice for real, we don't have to pick up guns to do it. That's what people don't understand. Like, That's their reaction. Pick up the guns and do it. Now it'll behoove you to know how to use them. Every man in this room knows how to use weapons, but that's because we're sober-minded. You know the things that they do. They go to the range and they put 1,000 bullets down range. We do it. Hand-to-hand combat. We do it. We can fight better than them anyway. Naturally, we're stronger, faster, fitter. That's who we are. If we would become that plus here, be wiser than them, here, be more moral than them, and actually, what he just said is amazing. People who forgive white people for what they did means that they love white people above the people that white people committed the crime against, which are their own people. You think Jesus died for that? Stupid. There's justice in the Bible. You will re-educate yourself, snap out of the curriculum that you've been since you was a kid. I mean, school is what? Babysitter? Glorified babysitting.
Right.
Told you was a teacher. What the hell are you teaching? The biggest curriculum at school is the holidays. Every month, there's a holiday. When you walk into your classroom, it's decorated in that holiday. Now they're teaching you about the holiday. That's the curriculum. They go in the damn textbook in November, and November has autumn every goddamn way. You fucking walk in the damn classroom, it's fucking leaves everywhere. Dried leaves and shit. Turkeys here. Picture of a fucking Native Indian. A picture of a fucking black man. And a picture of a white man acting like he's so fucking liberal and just. Like he shaking hands with a Native Indian. That's the picture they give you. That didn't happen. That's not true. You didn't just shake hands and make peace with Native Indians. He taught them how to farm, taught them how to survive. And then they called for a dinner and unalived everybody in the goddamn village. That's what they did.
Right.
Because to them, it's about competition. Who can get the land? You can get the land and wipe the people off of it. Man, they knew what they had. White people came over here and was like, ain't no black people over here to stop us. Hell, Benjamin Franklin, could you look to the left, please, Shamar, and read that essay from Benjamin Franklin from 1791.
Benjamin Franklin, essay 1751.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I gave him an extra 40 years. 17 what?
51.
What does it say from Benjamin Franklin himself?
Subject, why increase the sons of Africa in America?
Why increase the sons of Africa in America? Now, yes, back then they considered you African. Why? They considered you African to make you think you were African. And he was an educated cat, wasn't he?
Right.
I could show you a book from the early 1800s where white people knew that you were not Africans. They did studies on your skulls, and they did archaeological studies from the significance of what was going on, what they found in the tomb inscriptions from Egypt. And they called it I.S.U.P.K. Cranial I.S.U.P.K. That was the study that they did on your brains and on your skulls and all of that. And they compared Native American Indians and black men's skulls and found out that those were the same race of people by their skull capacity, by the makeup that they. Then they traveled to Egypt, found the mummy skulls, you understand? And then compared Native American Indian and black skulls to the mummies that they found in the good parts of Egypt and that they found in the workers' villages in Egypt. And guess what they found out? They found out that black people are not Egyptians. Wow, does that blow your mind? In the 1800s, you mean to tell me they knew this? Damn, well, they just been keeping up a lie telling you African? Knowing you not African? Damn. And then they said that blacks are the same people that were slaves in ancient Egypt the same way you're a slave in America. That was written by, give me the book. Give me the book. I know they think that, we're not educated because, when we get online, you see us with these beautiful ancient, cultural headbands and wristbands and shields and beards. You think we don't know nothing we talking about. Look on the third shelf down to the bottom by the Zondervan's Bible dictionaries. Matter of fact, give me a Bible dictionary, a Zondervan's Bible dictionary, and it's a black book next to them that says the white image in the mind, the black image in the mind of whites. Let me see these books. Y'all if you didn't know, we have a vast library. While you wasting your time going to the club, right? You're going to the club. What else? What else you doing? You're getting high. This is what you do all day. You suck a blunt. You suck a blunt like a woman sucks. Right. You're slipping all on it. You're slurping all on it. And then, you think you're doing something. Oh, look at this loud I got. Look at this. Stupid. You just stay dumb all your life, right? Then you pass a blunt to a man after you light it that you just performed a blowjob on. You perform a blowjob on the damn blunt full of weed and pass it to another man. Now y'all kissers. You might as well kiss. This is what you do all day. You live your life to get high because you got pain and realities that you want to run from, and stay in denial and stay asleep because you think that if you don't see it, it's not happening. Oh my God, I don't see white people doing this. So it's not happening? You're stupid. See, that's what you do in your spare time. Me, in my spare time, I read books. Real books. Historical books that cost you money to get. How much does the Russian icon cost? While you spending money on 7 zips of weed, you could have been spending money on books to enlighten your mind to change your damn reality. How much did it cost? $3,000? You'd rather go buy a Gucci belt. You think a Gucci belt is more valuable than the information and the knowledge and the historical accuracy of a book. And I'm talking about books that show accurate history, not accepted history. Again, I like to say this a lot. I know you think I'm an idiot, but I went to universities for history and sociology. I know you think that, but I'm not. And I ran circles around my instructors on history and sociology because of my education in the Israelite School of U.P.K. So what are we talking about? They'll show me a picture of a white King James, and then I'll show them a printed picture of a black King James, and I'll ask them, well, why is this so? Why is King James black here in real history, but then you're showing us that he's black in your history? I mean, white in your history. Why? I show them a picture of Shakespeare. Why is Shakespeare white when you show us Shakespeare, but then in history, he was black? Why is Beethoven black in real history, but then you show us on cartoons and in movies that he was white? Mozart, black. Media, white. King James, black. Media, white. Mozart is, brother, one of the greatest minds you can think when it comes to composing music. Black. Alexander Dumas, black. Who else? King Arthur, black. The Vikings, black. I got books over here with pictures of them right now. The Vikings were black. White people stole your culture. The greatest one of them all, Jesus Christ, black. Damn, you mean to tell me that y'all feeding us lies and you know it and you poisoning us? Damn, you poison our bodies. Yeah, but nobody put a gun to your head and made you smoke the crack. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And God is coming back to bathe America in your blood for it. Let me read you a book real quick, right? Because some idiots don't know what's real out here, right? Let me read you a book, right? And then I want you to go do homework. Here's your homework assignment. I want you to, hell, you can do it as handwork. You're doing blowjobs. You're doing blowjobs on cigars. Well, pick your phone up and do some finger work and Google who George R. Glidden is. George R. Glidden and Morton What's the boy? What's the dude name? Morton. What's his name? I'm gonna tell you right now. Richard H. Colfax. Go look who he is. Look up them people. Archbishop Jane Usher. Look up them. Yeah. Look at Charles Caldwell. Samuel Stanhope Smith. Go look these people up. These are real scientists and archaeologists and people who study things, right? From the 1800s. It's the 1800s, right? So go ahead.
So like I said, just a little sample and whatnot. So I looked up George Robbins Glidden. So he's an English-born American Egyptologist.
Say that again.
He's an English-born American Egyptologist.
So this cat was an English-born American Egyptologist. So even like, here's what you don't understand. COINTELPRO was created by the white government, federal government here to get black people like Dr. Ben, a black man, to tell you that they send him over to Egypt. He come back and push in the ghetto that you Egyptians, when they knew since the 1800s that you were not Egyptians. Why would they do that? Why? Because the last thing they ever want you to remember is that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Ephraim, Manasseh. They all here. Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, Reuben, Gad. They don't want you to know that. Right. They don't want you to know that, man. Because once you start knowing that, now you'll start having some direction. Direction. They don't want you to have that. They want you to suffer from identity crisis. Right? So let me read you something. Now, the cat's name is Dr. Samuel George Morton of Philadelphia. All right? I want you to look these people up too. All right? The originator of the new scientific ethnology was, did you hear what I said? This is the thought process of people in America today. He invented it, right? It says the originator of the new scientific ethnology was Dr. Samuel George Morton of Philadelphia, who published a book in 1839. I mean, God damn, when did we get free from slavery again? I forgot. 77. No, that was when America became a nation. When was we free from slavery? So called late 1880s or something like that. When this book was written, you were still picking cotton, Negro. Native Indian, you were still picking cotton. Yeah, the Latinos was being hung from trees, picking cotton too. They was in chattel slavery too, stupid. You thought black people was the only people who pick cotton in America? You're a dumbass. And you don't know history, right? So here's what happened. It says, who published a book in 1839 was promised to bring an end to loose speculation about racial origins and differences by opening an era of hard-headed empiricism, right? Morton's Crania Americana was the result of years of collecting and examining human skulls. As he gathered and studied the crania of different types of men, Morton became aware of the differences between white, Indian, and Negro skulls, and of the fact that the ancient crania from a given race did not seem to differ from those of their modern descendants. Morton concluded that the races had always had the same physical characteristics and, by implication, the same mental qualities. In the 1840s, Morton collaborated with George R. Glidden, or Glidden, apple, tomato, potato, who cares? An Egyptologist who provided him with mummy heads and information about the racial significance of Egyptian tomb inscriptions. This is a book called The Black Image in the White Mind. And if I were you, I would go get it now before they push this book up to being $4,000. You better go get it. Right? It says, in Crania A. Egyptica, published in 1844, Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence showed that Egyptians were not Negroes. Can't make this up. I ain't making this up. I didn't write this. Were not Negroes. As abolitionists and colonizationists had maintained. And that, in fact, what Braxton used to say on the Jamie Fact Show, that in fact, blacks, that's you Negroes in America. Blacks, that's you Native Indians in America. Blacks, that's you Latinos, right. North, Central, and South America. They called you blacks, right? Blacks had been relegated. Anybody knows what the word relegated means? Had been relegated to the same servile position in ancient Egypt as in modern America. Close that book. White people will tell you who they are. You understand? That's what they do.
Slide, sir.
Go ahead.
What page is that?
75. 74, in the 74 and 75. All right? Now, can I show them something else? Here's another book that we didn't make. We didn't write this book. It's called the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. And it's a collection. It's from a collection of people. If I go to the credits, it'll tell you how many different people, different minds, and foundations, and brother, so many different colleges and universities, picture sources, contributors. You got so many contributors in this book, right? Look at all these contributors in this book, right? Don't stop. Look at this. All of these contributors in this book, right? Even more contributors in this book. People went and actually did archaeological digs. And they never thought the niggas would ever get this book, because this doesn't seem like a book that a nigga would want to read, right? Who the hell would want to read this? And why would I want to read this? If I'm stuck in Christianity and high on heroin and methamphetamines, and methamphetamines is kind of a white drug, but crack cocaine and coked out of my mind and gang banging and engulfed in wars, gang wars. Why in the hell would I ever look for this book? Until we found out who we were. And guess what? We started reading. Then when we started reading, we picked up these books. And so we started going to Egypt. We started going to Arabia. We started going to Israel. We started going to Russia and Germany and France and Britain and Ireland and Scotland, England. Yeah, we started going. Yeah. And then Iraq, Mesopotamia. And then we started doing our own research, accurate history. And then we started to think, well, damn, when I go over here, we went to Nazareth, and the people in Nazareth said that Jesus Christ is black. Why in the hell is white people saying that he white? If the people in Nazareth said that Jesus Christ was a black man, not what white people like to say, yeah, he was Middle Eastern, he was olive colored. Which olive we talking about? The brown one? the green one or the black one. You expect me to think that Jesus Christ was green. Even if you say he was olive colored, he's the black man. What are we talking about?
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like they're trying to do anything to deviate from reality.
Absolutely.
To come up with their own, for us to still be that Alice in Wonderland type.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're hanging on to your delusion, right? It's like the movie Get Out. The movie Get Out, when the cat started realizing, like, damn, wait, I could get out of here. But they was all playing it like, no, you're all right. Just give him a drink. And, you know, you had a nosebleed and, oh, he's okay. No, and all that. No, you in a sunken place and they trying to keep you there.
That's right.
All it takes for a nigga to snap a picture, bring the light to you, and then you'll find out what's really happening. And listen, he like that Get Out reference. Yeah. So they hiding things in books. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah. Like, with the, you know what I'm saying? They would rather Jesus be a fraud than black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's he can be anything. He can be purple, long as he's not black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can be a pig. And as long as he ain't black, they fine.
You know, every nation got their rendition of who Jesus Christ looks like.
Right.
Not one nation wants him to be black.
Right.
Not one. Even Ethiopia got a light-skinned Jesus Christ. He got the little woolly hair. No, not woolly hair. He got like this coarse hair and all that. It's not a description of the Bible. Even Africans in Africa, if they don't make them black, they keep them white. White supremacy is Christianity. You understand? That's exactly what it is. So, yes, if the people in his hometown knew he was black, why would they say he's white and then turn around and say, well, the color of Jesus Christ shouldn't matter? To who? Because it obviously matters to you. If it didn't matter to you, then why are you painting him as the color that you know isn't in the Bible? If it did not matter to you, because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Here's some real history. You ready for some real accurate history? Here goes some real knowledge for that ass, right? Give you some knowledge. In this book that's compiled of many photographers that went to these lands, archaeologists, many pictures in here that'll show you what Edomites look like. They look white in here. They got a bust of Alexander in here, says that he from Idumea. Idumea is Edom, and Edom come from Esau. Like, they tell you the truth in here. They didn't expect you to read this. Let me read you something then, right? Right? Ham. This is the definition of Ham in the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary that I did not write. They're defining all these things. It says Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races. Ham, right? You ready? That's where it's going to turn diabolical. You ready? Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Now, why would white people why would they do this? It's damn near like they put the gun to their own head. You thought you was going to hide the history of who we were, and we was going to never find it. And now we found it. If you want to read this for yourself, you can Google it or you can just buy the book. It's called the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 330, the definition of Ham. It's in here. And this also corroborates what George R. Glidden was talking about, and George Morton, Samuel George Morton.
Right.
They wasn't in this book. They are not contributors to this book. They are not contributors to this book. Their studies were absolutely separate from the studies of the people in the collegiate greatness of the people who was in this book that went out and did their own studies. They found out that Negroes are not Egyptians. We're not Libyans. We're not Canaanites. We're not Ethiopians. We're not Rastafari. It's not a HLCICI or whatever the hell they be saying. It's none of that, brethren. None of it. What they said on Shot Me One, none of that rude boy, them, none of that, man. That's none of us. You are the Israelites that you can read about in the Bible. So with that being said, why don't you do what works for you? Being wicked works for America. You understand? It does. They do it. Take these books, please. Put them back over there in that vast library that we have in the school. Get a Lord a hand. Scriptures say that the earth will help the woman. You understand? Said it in Revelation. And now they went and did all of that science and digging it up and found out who the hell they really are. So the Bible says, read this scripture again. Zechariah 11:5.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
They don't count themselves guilty. Hell, the Lord says he hates a false balance in justice. And they give you a false balance in justice. The justice system can be bought. All you have to do is have enough money to pay the Jewish white lawyers, and they will erase a case for you. We've seen it with so many celebrities. Even black people, you pay them a little bit of money and they'll fight your case for you, get it thrown out into litigation. Before you know it, they have it thrown out all completely. And after you done with that, your dumb ass will go do the same damn thing over again. Stupid. But they count themselves not guilty. Why? Because they are guilty. They know they have to build a system of justice that's false, that has a false balance, because they charge black men to the letter of the law and hell give you triple life for things that they've been doing for 500 years. Read.
And they that sell them say,
hold on, stop at that. Yep, stop right there. They that what?
They that sell them say,
they that sell them. Who sold us? 555, 55, 55, 55, I got a big buck right here, 555, 555 right there. All right, 550, 55, 55, 55. They got you standing on the damn auction block. They're doing it today. The NFL is your new auction block. The WNBA, the NBA, MLB, those are your new auction blocks. UFC, United World of Boxing, all of that, man. They're putting you away, weighing you just like they did when you was in slavery. You got to meet the weight requirements. You know what I mean? Like they auctioning off on you. Who's gonna get this? Who drafted you? It was drafting you back in slavery, man. Read.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
They say, man, the Lord done blessed us. This is good business. What did Columbus say when he's first? Here, let me help you understand something. The transatlantic slave trade did not begin with the Negroes from West Africa. Right. It did not. You just do not know history correctly. The transatlantic slave trade started with the conquistadors that came to America in the 1400s. Here's the biggest example that you would know. Christopher Columbus. He took Taino Indians to Spain, right? And the queen of Spain said that this is good for business. And that's what started the transatlantic slave trade. Not Negroes. And after they subdued, they had, 4 centuries to subdue the Americas, right? I say they took 2. Damn near, because from the 1400s to the early 1600s, when we was here, they had already had America damn near almost subdued. It was halfway subdued. when we came over here and they did, and then now they got Judah and Israel together. It was over with. They became the superpower on the planet Earth, just like every nation who has blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in slavery. They run the world. Don't believe me? Look at Babylon. Ancient Babylon wasn't great because Xerxes was great. Darius was great. No, they had Israelites in captivity. And they had Israelites in captivity not because they fight better than us, not because they're better thinkers than us, not because they go to war better than us, not because their women look better than ours or cook better than ours or have more morality than them. Oh, because we sinned against the Most High. We went against our culture when the Lord gave us the game on how to rule the earth. If only we can stop looking at these heathens and thinking that what they have is better than what we have. And that's where white people play on your psyche at. They want you to believe that you have no hope of ever being better than them, that you cannot be free without them. And I'm telling you right now, white people don't have to free you. The Lord already did it. Jesus Christ already paid the price for your soul life. And all you got to do is tap into it. You can be free. Only thing that's going to make you free is the truth. Give me that scripture before we close this out.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Let's get it.
And ye shall know the truth.
Here's how you're going to know the truth. By tuning into the Israelite School of UPK. White people feel threatened. Yeah, they don't feel comfortable no more. When you got free black men that'll stand up and tell them straight to their face, you the devil, and you know you the devil. You've been lying to my people for so long. I don't have any love left in my heart to give you even a sip of love, a drop of it. If I spilt some love, it better fall on a black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian. And then now, when we don't give them that, when we educate them what the truth, what's the truth, y'all? Who knows? Hell, they said it on the Boondocks. What's the truth? Go ahead. Them niggas said Jesus Christ is black, Ronald Reagan is the devil, and America is lying about 9/11. That's the truth. That is the truth. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Jesus Christ is black. God is black. The Israelites are black. And we ain't talking about just color. This is what white people be. But what about if mixed races and all? We're not just talking about color. We're talking about a nation of people who you wipe their name off of them and start calling them black. Well, before you start calling them black, before you started calling them Negro, before you started calling them Indians, Native Indians, before you started calling them savages, before you started calling them wetbacks and Latinos and Hispanics, they had a name, and it was Israel. And we ain't talking about the people who are imposters in our land right now, because black people do not come from Africa. That's not where we originated from. We sojourned in Africa, and we lived in Egypt, but we're not from Egypt. We were slaves in Egypt. We come from the Middle East. Hispanics do not come from some fucking land bridge called the Bering Strait that never existed. Stupid. If you just would have known history for real, you'd have known that the Smithsonian made that shit up. The Vikings never came in contact with the Native American Indians and fought a war with the Native American Indians via some fucking land bridge, dummy. But you don't know how to really research true history. You never, I just gave you a clue. The Smithsonian lied about the land bridge that they call the Bering Strait so that they can get manifest destiny and use what's the Christian, the Catholic Church uses, man. Articles of fucking discovery. These are articles of discovery, and then they also use manifest destiny with lies, historical lies, after they buried all of the fruit that came from the history from Native American Indians. And they had to paint them to be savages, because if they did that, then the Catholic Church and the Queen and King of Spain who ran the world damn near by that time, would have okayed slavery and manifest destiny and taken the Americans. That's what really happened. If you want to push me further, I'll just grab another book. The Smithsonian lied. They hid a lot of things. And yeah, they found pyramids over here. Yes, they found pyramids over here. But they found pyramids over here because the people who built pyramids were blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's why they did that. And to build pyramids in the Bible is something that black people did first, right? Before we even got to Egypt, we was building, we was putting stone over our ancestors' graves to hewn stone. What do you think a pyramid is? So you looking at people who, hell, they also lied to you and said that the Mayans was over here doing human sacrifices and eating people. That's not true. It's not true. What they was doing over here was exactly what we was doing in Israel. If you sinned against the Lord and when your crime is a death penalty sentence, then everybody has to see you be executed for your crime. That's exactly what they were doing off of them pyramids, man. Don't let them lie to you and try to tell you that they was worshiping this. They was doing this and they was doing that and they was doing no. Who was up at the top? A Mayan what? King? Was a Mayan king at the top of the pyramid? What was at the top of the pyramid? The Mayan priests were. And you know how they was dressed? Just like me. Yeah. Just like me. Just like me. With the headdress and the shields of David. I can show you in history right now. Mayans wearing the shield of David. They're not Jewish. What the hell they got the shield of David for? I can show you where the Mexicans said that they were descended from the tribe of Isupk. It's all history that you never saw before. 1 second. And then what they did was, if you was a person who sexually assaulted a woman or a child or another man and did some heinous crimes, or you was idol worshiping or something like that, then they would bring you to justice, find you guilty, and bring you to the top of that pyramid and give you a gruesome death in front of everybody underneath that pyramid to see what happens to people who do this and go against their law. That's what they was doing. They had they had replicas of the Ark of the Covenant, man. What are the Mayans and Incans and Native American Indians doing with replicas of the Ark of the Covenant, man? Why is that their ancient tongue was ancient Hebrew? I can show you this in books. That your white people came and surveyed them and said it in books that they never thought you would read. Yeah. Why were they doing that? They cut your heart open while you're still alive. Do it quickly, too. Cut your heart open, reach in there, take your heart out, hold it up for everybody to see it, and you're still alive to feel what's about to happen to you. And then kick you down them steps and toss your heart down there with it. Here you are going down 400 feet of steps. Everybody who's seeing this say, well, I sure don't want to feel that. So you know what I'm not going to do? What he did. Don't you know that we was doing that in ancient Israel? That's what was happening. That's a fact. So the people who you think were Mayans had a name before. The people who you think was Puerto Ricans had a name before. The people who you think were Native American Indians had names before. And I'll bring them out next Wednesday with that. Pass the class. I'm sorry, before I pass the class over, you want to say something?
It's like, if I mean, real quick. And it's so heavy what you bring out. Not only that is, I was talking to a Mexican brother. They is it in Mexico?
I know.
So the truth is there, they just, you just have to I.S.U.P.K to get it.
Do you know historically the oldest found written on stone 10 Commandments was found in Mexico City, Mexico. Carved in a stone. Thou shalt not have any other gods over me. So if anybody want to debate me about what the fucking Mayans were doing in Mexico, You're going to have to prove to me that the Los Luna stones was not found in Mexico City.
Right.
Prove me that. They had it right there for everybody to see. That was the law. You understand? The 10 Commandments was the law. If you go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and 54, you'll see that the 9 tribes of Israel came to a land where no man ever dwelt. It was called Arsareth, in Hebrew, Ha'aratazah. That's where they came. They came here and settled into the land the same way that their father Jacob told them how to do it. And they came here to follow the laws of God. Yes. Then they fell off afterwards. Yes, I'm not saying they didn't fall off. I'm not saying that you can't find Native Indians who started back smoking, who started wearing dreadlocks again and worshiping false gods and building their own gods and worshiping the land and worshiping the stars and forgot that they was Israelites totally. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying this. They unalived the elders of the Native American Indians for a reason. You find that in books too. They cut off their language just like the Greeks did us when we were subject to Alexander and them. They made it illegal to speak their language. They cut off their braids and gave them Christian haircuts and made them speak English and learn Catholicism. And it was unlawful for them to be Native Indians in America. We see that same parallel during the time of the Maccabees, man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's the best education that you can give a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. With that, pass the class over to preaching officer Munga Bar.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests. Not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. So at the end of this month, May 31st, will be the Feast of First Fruits. That's Sunday, May 31st. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means your boots, your shirt, your pant, headband, and or scarf. With that, in the visual, Abadium, which you can stand. Courtesy salute for the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi Barak, Yahweh, Yahweh, which means hands down. To the sisters, Amadi, which means stand. Men of Israel, sorry to the sisters. Courtesy salute for the sisters, men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi Barak, Yahweh, Shamar, I'll, Athan, Bahasham, Yahusha. Hands down, or it's like Yabata, which means hands down. Class dismissed. Hey, time. Hey, your time.
Oh yeah, pay them tithes, baby. So we can do it.
Ooh, 27 Club.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third can't be been in, he a J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes, where your cape at? The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch